Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, if it's one thing that we really enjoy here in the Game Dojo, it's the fact that when a game gives us everything and it keeps going, it just doesn't quit. And by my scouter, you can sort of tell where I'm going with this. There was a game that came out 2.5, 3 years ago called Kakarot. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to be exact. And the game was the entire Z saga, and each chapter was its own game. It was long, it was full and rich. Probably the best Dragon Ball game I've ever played. Hands down, bar none. But as I went through the storyline, as we do with all games, it took me a long time, but as we came down to the final culmination of the battle, we're left with what's next. And I'm talking about this game right here. We're left with what's next. And the team at Kakarot did not let us down. They gave us wave upon wave upon wave of updates and DLC to the tune of, I believe one of the first DLC packs, actually let me click onto it so I can actually show you. I friggin' love this game. Absolutely friggin' love this game. Alright, so we're gonna go to the line right there. We're gonna go down to story. I'll go back. Let's go down to downloadable content. There we go. So we had the first one was A New Power Awakens. That's the one with Beerus and Goku and Vegeta reached their highest level, Saiyan God. Absolutely amazing storyline if you watch the anime. The second DLC they gave us was A New Power Awakens Part 2. This is when they become Super Saiyan Blue and gods, and they take on Frieza, Golden Frieza, another story arc in this series. And these are not small DLCs, these are very thick and full. They feel like games themselves. And then we went on to A New Power Awakens 2 to Trunks, Warrior of Hope. And that storyline, I'm not gonna lie, there are scenes in there that actually gets me emotional, knowing the storyline of what happened, and watching Gohan die at the hands of the androids, and watching Trunks face them alone after losing everybody, including Elder Kai. Even with the Z-Sword saga is in there. It's not the way you remember it from the anime. They changed it, and I like that because we sort of know what's happening, but we don't get to know what's happening. So much that even Trunks had an incursion with Majin Buu, something that we really don't see in the Z story. It was Goku and Vegeta that faced Majin Buu when Goku came back from the dead, even though it was the World Martial Arts Tournament. Like I said, it's all in there, but it's from Trunks' point of view in his future, in his timeline, where all Earth's defenses are still dead, Gohan is dead, and it's all up to him. It's all up him to take on the androids. It's all up him to take on Cell. It's all on him to take on Dr. Gero's creation. And it's on top of him to take care of Bibbidi, Bobbidi, and Boo. Freaking great storyline. And even as I'm saying this, the next one came out, which was Bardock, Alone Against the Fate, Father of Goku. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I can't believe after this game has been finished, the main storyline has been finished and it's done with, there's still so much content that keeps going in this game, and I absolutely love it. I salute you, game makers. My favorite games I've ever played in the entire world do this. Like, they know they won't break up with you in a relationship. They'll let you off easy. They'll give you some side little pieces here and there and yonder and keep you going and keep you enjoying until they come out with their next endeavor. something Nintendo has just recently done with Mario Kart. They showed, you want to know how to make a game last 10 years, a decade? Wii U. Alright, that's a different story. I'm gonna do that video maybe later. That's a different story. When I get into Mario Kart, when I get into my Switch, we'll do that. But I'm just saying, they've done it too. But as I'm saying this, as I'm speaking this, there are actually future more waves coming out for Kakarot. So this iteration of 4 DLCs is not the last ones, and I'm severely enjoying the ability of being able to play these and keep the story going, because it feels like I'm a part of the Dragon Ball Z storyline, the Dragon Ball storyline, the same thing that Hogwarts Legacy did for us. It put us in the story as a character, and it let us live in their universe. And for a gamer, there's no better calling right there, because it's not just you playing the game, it's fan service. It's them getting you getting them, and them servicing you in ways that other game makers just don't get it. And I salute you. Kakarot is one of the best games, Dragon Ball games I've ever played, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I just had to let you guys know that if you haven't picked up Kakarot, if you haven't played Kakarot, you owe it yourself to do it. And let me tell you, the grind, ooh, but the reward, the juice is worth the squeeze. The juice is worth the squeeze. So yeah, I made myself a little scouter so that when I played the game, I could bust it. Like I said, here in the game dojo, we all about experiences. And while I was playing it, I also have the Ring of Power, the One Ring of Mordor. We always wears the precious when we playing games. The precious comes in handy many times. So, I say the game is AAA. 5 out of 5 on a top score. One of the best games I've ever played. Not just in Dragon Ball, but one of the best games I've ever played. I've played hundreds of games, thousands of games. So when I tell you I have a top 100 list, this makes the top 10 out of all the games I've ever played. Ever. I'm a bruh from we go back to the 70s, back to Atari. And yeah, Atari games back in the day didn't seem like they was amazing, but back in those times that's all we had. They were amazing. They were cutting edge. But now that we out here with the next gen and the next gen consoles, it's up to the game makers to take that software and hardware and combine it in a synergy that gives your fans the ultimate experience. And this is the ultimate experience. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, everybody in between, Kakarot, the Dragon Ball Z game, is fucking fire. This is the first time, but not the last, that I will give it 5 ninja stars out of 5 on the Game Ninja scale of awesomeness. 5. Very few games in my top 100 is a 5 ninja stars out of 5. This is one of them. Hogwarts Legacy is another. And I guess you're going to have to stick around to figure out what other ones. But I'm not sponsored by them, so it's not me cutting the bullshit to you to make you buy their game and spend that money and that cream that you and I work hard for. We work hard for our money. We work hard for our toys. We got big boy toys because we like doing big boy things and big girl things. I'm not eliminating the girl gamers. I salute you. You are a part of us. I hashtag it all the time. Girl gamer, gamer girls. I salute your nation. I've had some on my channel. You up there with us too. You in the struggle. So when you see these games, jump on them, play them. Let the makers know that you support them with your dollars. Because baby, games like this, few and far between nowadays. I'm the Game Ninja. From the Game Dojo, thank you for joining me. Game don't even want to let me leave. And there it is, baby. I'll leave you with that as I set the controller down.